I know, come on. Hey, that's unfair.
No,
I haven't tasted yours.
That's good for the urinary tract, that is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is actually. Have you soaked these?
Yes.
They're quite juicy.
Just in hot water, that's all, just to sort of rehydrate them a little bit.
Oh, right. So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, you get the custard, right? Which I didn't bother cooking, right? Because there's no point, it's just going to cook in the oven anyway. Right? He's complicating it again. And you pour the custard in, on top, you put the raisins on. I've got some raisins left. You see, this is how I cook in a haphazard manner, ladies and gentlemen. I defy anyone to argue with my bread and butter pudding.
OK, whilst Al is making this bread and butter sandwich full of raisins, what we've got here is the most amazing sort of soaked 24-hour-old baguette, and it's done with a sort of Bailey's custard. In between the layers, we've got sultanas, golden raisins, a little bit of apricot jam, and then we're going to cover the top of that with sugar so it caramelises as it cooks in the oven. And that's going to be 10 times better than old Sheffy's over there that tastes like stale bread that's been dipped in ale and left outside for 3 weeks, and even the cat won't eat it. OK, ready for the oven?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Here it comes.
Now, just before it goes in there, just have a look.
Yeah.
And even before they're cooked,
yeah,
you know exactly which one's going to come out best with their blind tasters.
That one.
Oh, come on, Al.
The normal one.
You know, it's not down to the appearance, is it?
No, it's down to the taste. What matters is the taste, yeah.
Taste. OK, you want to say a little prayer before...
No.
No?
I'm a believer.
You're a believer. OK, good luck, my man.
Thank you.
It looks dry.
Oh,
it looks dry. God, dear.
Blimey, what a nerve on that Al Murray, eh?
I'll say. It's only bread and butter pudding, you know that?
Mm.
You wouldn't like that, would you?
I wouldn't mind.
Because it's not posh food, is it?
I don't eat only posh food.
You do?
I don't. If I'm drunk, I'll eat anything. But when you're drunk, you wake up in the morning, you don't know what you've eaten, you don't really care.
Substance.
Yeah, but it's the same way you wake up in the morning next to Edwina Curry and the wrappings of a doner kebab.
Oh, Christ.
Which is worse?
The kebab.
Yeah. You're a gentleman. I'm a restaurant critic. I eat only in the finest restaurants. I know what food I'm eating, I know where it's farmed, I know how it gets to my plate. I don't accept anything less. Unless I'm drunk. And as licensing laws change, people are going to be drunk all night, there's going to be nothing else open, and they'll make the same kind of decision as me more and more, which is the terrible one of eating a doner kebab. There you go. And so we have a first in the annals of food history. A doner kebab purchased stone cold sober. I've got to say, I didn't know that it looked like that. In fact, I didn't know that it smelled like that. I think before I eat another one of these, I'm going to have to find out exactly what goes into it. I've got to find out, at the very least, if it's even meat. Now, of course, some kebab shops make their own kebabs, but most get them from a factory, like this one in Burton-on-Trent. The idea of kebab and factory in the same sentence seems a bit wrong. I don't eat food from factories very often. I have no idea what kind of terrible things go on in there. The kind of myths and rumours I've heard make me feel sick. But I am going to go and have a look. $700 million are sold in the UK each year, and this factory alone produces 50 tonnes of kebab meat every week. But meat can mean all sorts of horrible things. And I'm hoping Dominic Jolivet, the quality assurance manager here, can tell me exactly what we're all eating. My word! Look at that! Look at that! It's real meat. It's like a butcher's shop. I had no idea that anything even resembling part of an animal went into a kebab.
Well, as you can see here, they're trimming up all lamb breast.
Right, and the lamb breast is not being used by supermarkets or restaurants because...
Very small, because there's not a high demand for it. As you can see, a bit fatty.
Bit fatty.
Very finicky to get, you know, nice chunks of meat out of.
And the fact that this stuff would normally just get thrown away, ends up in a doner kebab, that's a good thing. And is that the end of the story? What else? Are there other carcasses?
There is other trim as well. I'll show you. We also use lamb fronts and shoulders. What happens is with these, the supermarkets sell the lamb cutlets and the legs.
This is lovely kind of loins in there, isn't it?
Well, these are what you call the neck end.
God, there's a neck fillets though. You can eat them nicely.
Well, what we do with these, we take these out and we sell these as shish.
I am getting closer to eating a doner kebab sober, I think.
It is. It's fair to say, it's very, very good quality product.
So, Dominic, what have we got here? This is slightly different. These are frozen fellows. What's that?
This is beef, actually.
This is beef?
Well, that's it, because some of our customers, we do a lamb and beef product.
Right. And would a customer in the street know whether it's...
No, they probably wouldn't do it. Somebody who knows their kebabs would do.
Yeah, because the point is that someone like me, who's very finicky about the kind of meat that I eat, lamb, it's very limited to how intensively you can farm it. Everyone's, you know, reasonably safe with that. Beef, the beef market is slightly different post-BSE and everything, and people are a bit more worried about eating beef. It's odd that they would eat it without knowing.
Well, they would have to know, because on a kebab shop, they should declare it. If it says doner kebab, it's a lamb.
Right.
If it says kebab, then it may be lamb and beef.
Ah, That's a crucial distinction to know. It's got to say doner. If it doesn't say doner, it could be anything.
This is where all the spices and herbs are blended.
Oh, get away, herbs and spices in a doner kebab.
We have salt, garlic, oregano, coriander.
So we use an awful... That's incredible, isn't it? That sounds like Gordon Ramsay at Claridge's. That's the poshest thing I've ever heard. The doner kebab turns out to be a gourmet production. Thank you, that's fascinating.
This is where we make all the handmade doners and where the ones that come pumped out on the machine are finished off.
You're the doners, the king of the kebabs, yeah? The Sheikh of Shish. How long does it take to make one of these whoppers?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You're a real artist then. I mean, I don't think Gordon Ramsay could do a thing like this. It's lovely stuff. Do you ever sort of nick a bit and eat it as you're...
No, I don't eat.
You're not hungry, you've had breakfast.
Well,
and you can eat it raw, though.
You can eat it, but nothing wrong with it, but
That's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think it would fly out of the shops, you. Wait, the skin first?
No, small first.
Meat? Small?
Yes.
Small, that size, yeah?
You have to measure it like I measure in my mind.
I think that's exactly the right size.
No,
so
that's
I need
too big.
No, really? Do you think my balls are getting a little bit too big or
One
too
is
quickly?
small, one is big. It doesn't match.
One small, one big, but that does happen. On we go. Is that finished, or do I put another one on?
Yeah. You got to finish all them, didn't you?
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, have I? Oops.
That's your moment of truth.
Look at that. Look at that.
We have to put this one in the museum.
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to put it in your mouth, would you? So doner kebab. So here we are then, the first doner kebab ever built by a restaurant critic. As I suspected, it's fantastic. And having seen what goes into it, I have to say I wouldn't probably serve this kind of meat at my own table, but you know what? At least it's meat.
I tell you what, Al, it's not just kebabs that Giles Corrins eats when he's drunk, you know that. Last time he came to my restaurant, we had to tell him the next day what he had for dinner.
You're joking?
He got so pissed, he phoned up the next day to sort of be told what he had the night before.
That's fantastic.
Outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bloody food critics. It's the moment of truth with the bread and butter puddings. Does yours look dry? Look at that first. Beautiful. Huh? And mine's not finished yet, Al.
Oh, of course it isn't.
No, but it's a little glaze, you know that? Yeah? Apricot jam let down with some water. Is that it?
That's beautiful. That is perfect.
God, dear, oh dear. Are you going to dust yours with icing sugar or something?
No, I can leave mine alone.
Serious? You can't play with
all
yours?
that can be possibly done with the bread and butter pudding genre here, Gordon.
OK, Jean-Baptiste. Yes? Take the egg sandwich upstairs and take my bread and butter pudding alongside it, please. Yes? Thank you. Yeah, and make sure you've got some sick bags for the sandwich.
Next on the menu, which is the winner? My wonderful bread and butter pudding or Al's bread sandwich? Time for the result.
And the winner is?
And I join Martine McCutcheon for coffee.
I don't do journalists.
You don't do journalists?
Oh, no.
You do chefs. Welcome back. Now, for me, a very crucial time, because it's now the time to find out which dessert is the winner. Is it my delicious sumptuous bread and butter pudding, or is it that sort of sliced white bread, egg sandwich of Al Murray's? Pretty obvious, isn't it? The moment of truth.
It's important that the pudding judges know what they're talking about, so I tested the palates of our diners as they arrived. The ones who could recognise different flavours will go on to choose which dessert is best. They're blindfolded, so they're only assessing the food by taste. A lucky break for Al. If his was judged by looks, it would be disqualified straight away.
I want you to identify these combinations. First combination. Ready, Ben? Open, wide, and in. Open wide, please. What is in there? What does that taste of?
I don't know what that is at all.
What's the fruit first? You should know what
Grape.
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 Mm-hmm.
Beef and apricot jam. Is it a fish?
What does that taste of? Something fruity anyway.
Roast pork?
Roast pork.
With apple.
With apple. Well done. So that is what?
That's,
Apple, yeah.
Was that, it was really chewy and bouncy, like a slug or something.
Off the spoon.
Had that with my sushi last night.
So that is what?
Roe.
Well done. Now, open wide. Apple. Lovely.
Okay.
Here we go.
I can taste strawberries. No, not strawberries, tomato.
Thank God you said that.
Some kind of grass.